Hey guys, so this one I'm not actually working on anything. Um, I went and helped my dad replace the head gaskets on his truck, and the SD cards that I have or had were some weird brand, off-brand El Cheapos, and they did not get the footage. This tire is completely flat on a four-wheeler. I just sat down on it anyway. Oh boy. Um. So I had to. Anyway. Um. It was all corrupt. I got like a little section of it. It recorded cut out audio. It did not work very well at all. I apologize for this one. I'm trying to hold this camera, and I'm not exactly the steadiest of persons. Anyway, so it really sucks. I got to work with him, and that's where I learned all this. I grew up in the garage in the junkyard and everything following him. So any time I get to help him work on something, or I get to work on something with him, is I'm all for it. And after we did that, I actually formatted the card. I tried to fix it and everything. Went over the next day. We put together the transmission for my car, and I used the same card. It did not fix it. So I've purchased new cards and everything, so we're good to go. Lesson learned. But kind of like a update here on this. This is my mess. So I'm eventually going to essentially build some sort of shelf system back there on the other side of the car, so I can put the kayaks over there, because I got one here, two here, and that way I can get through here. A little bit extra where we're at with the four-wheeler. I need to get tires, the four-wheel drive piece. I've got the gaskets to fix the oil leak. I just haven't got to it yet. Probably adjust, tweak on the carb. I'm actually weighing in options on the four-wheeler as to finding one. I actually found one, but it was 5 hours away. That was locked up, but it essentially had all my parts that I was going to need, because I need, the brakes and the tires, and I don't even know what else. As far as the car goes, which I haven't I haven't fully shown that on here yet, doing anything to it, because I've just been stacking parts. I got a stack of parts in the house and stuff. I still need to finish putting the transmission together, figure out transmission lines and exhaust from the manifolds down to the converters. I have to run converters on it because the supercharger, back pressure, and all that. As far as the bike goes, bike's fine. I mean, it could use a starter. It would actually fix the problem for a while, from what I know. The wife's car, I need to do the washer fluid reservoir. In my truck, I have to do brakes. And I haven't even touched my big boat yet. We need to get that out. And build a console in that, go through the motor, get it ready. It's only June. We'll see if that gets out. Sorry, sidetrack from the dog. It's, this is a little weird. I'm trying to find my feet doing this. It's, I've always just been used to, hey, I'm going to go work on this, come out here and work on it. I got a buddy I work with and my wife. they were the ones that were, kind of like, hey, you need to, or you should do this, dabble in this world and show you guys essentially what it is that the goes on a weekend. I mean, I work throughout the week. I work 4 10s, and I only get a couple days that I gotta try to get stuff accomplished, and just average guy, tinkering in the garage, getting into some stuff that I don't know nothing about. So I said, okay, well, we'll do it, and I've actually been setting up to start attempting to do this for quite a while. And my wife has backed it and everything, and it's difficult to figure out what to show, what not to show, what to talk about, when to not talk, and everything. Like my wife's car, it threw 9 trouble codes, and I should have shown scanning that. I did not. I just jumped in and was like, hey, car's broke, I need to fix it. And it's, there's a bubble in my sticker. Sorry, sidetrack. It's difficult. Like, I think about it afterwards, and by then it's too late. So I'm gonna work on that. My buddies told me, my wife, she's like, I think it'll be good because you're a pretty goofy guy. I'm just kind of, when it comes to this, I'm not used to this. Sidetracked again. My light's not fully working. Come on. Come on. I'm limited on my lights out here. I'm limited. I've only got this light, that one, and that little one over there, and then I open up my door, but opening the garage door, apparently, it's an invite for people to just walk into my garage. Now, I've had some weird things happen. The weirdest one was when I was working on the 4-wheeler, the guy stopped and asked me for bolt cutters. I was like, I don't have any. He's like, oh. Well, I was trying to find something to cut this off with. And I look over and he's got an ankle monitor on. No. So yeah, I don't remember what I was doing before I got distracted by the light, which I turned that light off. I'm done fighting with that at the moment. I gotta find my feet. That's where I was at. I gotta find my feet on this, and it's a new thing, so bear with me, go along with me, and we'll see what it takes the average guy on the weekends to be able to do stuff. I mean, I eventually want to see what I can make this car do, being that it's going to be a V6. But I've been looking for parts and, cam and headers and excuse me. That gets pricey. So, well, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. It'll be, that's kind of where I'm at. Like what the weekend guy can do. So it is what it is. Right now I'm going to start going through some fishing stuff and start getting that stuff ready. I'm not gonna drag you guys through that. That's boring. That's like when I come out here and actually straighten all this up. Yeah, that's boring. Now maybe building my shelf system. Yeah, I'll show you guys that. 2x4s. Done. Might even try to just take that stand that's over there and cut it somehow. Put one on top, one there, one down at the bottom. I just don't want them stacked on top of each other. I don't like that, and they're in the way. Can't do nothing. I'm thinking about essentially trying to turn the old motor in the car into a flower planter for my wife. I think that'd be cool. Be interesting. I don't know. I saw a picture, and I was like, well, I got a motor. I can do this. Because she wants to do flowers, so that'd be cool. Anyway, yeah, more projects. Yeah. I got a few of those. Couple. One or two. That's what I do. I get them stacked up, and then we'll see what doesn't get done. My plan is to accomplish them all, but that's always the case. Well, that's it for the update. That's where we're at, and it sucks that my card's messed up, but it happens, and the problem has been remedied. Hopefully, fixed. It won't happen again. But past that, we'll catch you guys next time.